This is the Aquarius November 2015 forecast reading. I'm combining your love relationship, partnerships, and your general forecast readings from now on, but it will be a longer, full length, everything included video. Okay, so we start with your general forecast for November 2015 Aquarius. Then we'll choose a guidance card for your challenge, a guidance card for your next step, and also one for the overall reading. Okay, so you start your month off, Aquarius, feeling tied down, as if life has now got you pinned down, as if what you're doing has got you restricted. As you can see from this card, it's in your mind, it's all in your mind, it's not real. Most of the time when we feel tied down, it's not real. If we are physically tied down, we'll actually try and do something about it. It's when we mentally think we are tied down that we tend to sit there in stasis and not do something about it. This angel is tied up with a ribbon. She has a sword next to her. She's perfectly capable of pulling those ribbons apart, cutting them with a sword, and flying free. So this is something to remember. You think your present situation is restricting. You are not looking at it from the correct perspective, not understanding that you're actually completely free. You are doing what you want to be doing or what you're supposed to be doing. And if you changed your perspective or changed the idea that it's tying you down, you may find it gives you the freedom to actually enjoy whatever it is you're doing. Your challenge for this month, Aquarius, it's funny, when I was shuffling your cards, this card popped out. Sometimes when we feel tied down or restricted or if life isn't going our way, we tend to become self-involved. We become very centered on ourselves and our feelings. Naturally so. If you're uncomfortable, the discomfort causes you to focus on that. What you need to do here, and the challenge is going to be to widen your perspective. Come away a bit of thinking of what is wrong with your life and you and what you don't like, and just pull the lens out a little bit. Have a look at things from a slightly wider perspective. Stop focusing quite so intently on your life and what is going on in your life. And this could change things greatly. It could bring quite a breakthrough. Okay, so yeah, your guidance here is vigilance. So you actually need to be vigilant about this. You need to take a good look at how much time you spend thinking about what's happening in your life, what's happening to you, what you don't like. And in all likelihood, just do something outside of yourself for a bit. Even if it's going outside of your normal routines and the normal people around you. Broaden your life, broaden your perspective. It's very necessary. Okay. Later in the month, you will discover, so this card specifically says that should you follow that advice, change that perspective, broaden your way of doing things, your way of looking things, especially your way of looking things, you will find that life will flow far, far easier. If you stop looking at everything as a restriction and a hindrance and a problem, and look at it differently, you will suddenly find paths open and it will be far easier to move forward. Right now, okay, once again, this is about looking at things through a different perspective. You need to look at things perhaps even through other people's eyes. You need to see things through other people's perspectives, through their opinions even. You need to change your way of seeing things. Okay. Your next step to take is to break through the illusions. So you definitely, Aquarius, this month have some kind of illusion going, or many of them even. You need to break through these illusions. They They're causing restriction for you, unnecessary restriction. It is really just an illusion. Your guidance here is stillness. So in all likelihood, what you need to do is still the mind. You need to quieten that mind. You need to stop it from constantly thinking the same restricting thoughts. And just take quiet time out. Quieten that mind down. It's important for this month. Your outcome will then be, a little bit of genius, creation. So it's almost as if he's conjuring up something in his mind. This is all in the mind, but something new will emerge from it. It's in the very, very new stages, and possibly this changing of perspective and not looking at life from the side of where the problems are and from other people's perspectives. And one wants to say more positive attitude, but it's not that. More of a constructive attitude towards life, that something new will be emerging. It'll be very new. It doesn't have formal structure here yet. So it will be interesting to see exactly what it'll be, but it'll be different. And your guidance here is a wake-up call. Okay? So, you have one or two choices this month. Either you going to pick yourself up off of feeling this restriction and restrictive ideas and restrictive even behavior, or life is going to be doing it for you. This card says, if you do it yourself, before the end of the month even, you will find life flows far easier. If you don't, life is going to be teaching you to do it. And that's probably not going to be the easy route. So, with a little bit of a wake-up call, as the card says, take note. Take note of the ways you restrict yourself in your thinking and your behavior, and do something about it, and life will flow easily. Or else you will be learning the lesson the hard way. Okay, so that is your general forecast reading for this month of November, Aquarius. Now let's see what your love reading has in store for you and your partnerships. Okay. Guidance card for your next step to take in your partnerships and your relationships, and an overall guidance card, and then we'll select a card to see. It's a card that stayed behind. We're going to do those two together. There always is a meaning to cards that stay behind. Then we're going to select a card for general theme for your partnerships and relationships this month. And there it is. So, let's see what the general theme. Okay, so this corresponds very nicely with your general forecast reading. This is the card of being wide open. So you've got to open yourself, open your heart, open your mind. Ooh, all those well-used, well-worn phrases. But the reason they're well-used and well-worn is because they're true. You need to open your mind especially. Broaden your perspectives, broaden your way of thinking, broaden the way you see things. Don't get stuck in set ideas, set judgments, set rules that you apply to not only yourself but to the people around you. If you keep yourself wide open to new possibilities, to new ways of thinking, it creates new worlds. It really genuinely does. Okay, so you start off this month in your partnerships and relationships wishing for exactly what this card says. You're actually wishing for broader horizons, for changes, for something more exciting. The part you need to understand is that it's going to come from you. When you make your thinking more exciting, your heart more open, your mind more open to adventures and excitement, then it will come. Okay? What you do know is that you'd like your partnerships and relationships to be that abundance that you want. You want them to flourish. You want them to fill you emotionally on certain levels as well, to fill your cup as such of emotions. What you don't know is that you'll be receiving some sort of information later in this month, and it could quite possibly come from you internally. You'll get an aha idea, an aha thought, or a sudden realization. Something could trigger that sudden realization. So something important, some kind of information is coming in this month, which is going to be important to you. Your next step is going to be to possibly let go of past ways of doing things. Perhaps of manipulations that you've used in the past, of ways of even manipulating your own thoughts or other people's thoughts to get what you want, to get your objectives. You need to let go of the control factor, perhaps. Could be that. One often manipulates people when you have a feeling to need to control. This is perfectly normal human behavior. We all do it. But sometimes, not sometimes, most times actually, it's detrimental to not only our personal growth, but to us becoming bigger, more adventurous people, happier people even. Okay? So your guidance for that next step is nurturing. So it's actually a nice guidance. That's saying instead of manipulating and controlling people, nurture them. Give them love. Give them kindness. Show them appreciation. And yourself. Honestly, for yourself too. And in all honesty, you will probably find people respond far more favorably to that than to coerce them or manipulate them in some way. But that is the guidance for this. That's the thing to try and do. Your outcome is going to be a big change. Okay, this card signifies possibly disruptive change, abrupt change. But there's some kind of big change coming in your partnerships and relationships. You change your behavior and there will be big changes. You don't change your behavior and it's going to be changed for you. Very much the same as what your general forecast reading said. Your guidance is going to be, and you've got 2 ones. Okay. So, focus and vision quest. A vision quest is about finding out the truth, your truth. You need to sit yourself down. You need to find time and space to do this and to take a good hard look at what is it you're doing? What is it you want? Why are you doing what you're doing? What is the purpose and the goal of your actions? And then you need to focus on that which will feed you, will nourish you, will make you feel relevant, nurtured, and a broader, wider, bigger person, if that makes sense, if you understand what I'm saying. You need to open up. You need to focus on that this month. That's very important. Okay, Aquarius, so that is your general forecast and your love and relationships reading for the month of November 2015. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching and listening.